Where in your life do you or don't you have or see freedom?
I see freedom in our country to a large extent, but I don't think we're seeing the freedom quite as it used to be. I think there's some changes going on which a lot of us are not quite happy with. But in terms of freedom in this country, then I think we're quite lucky, really.
Does judgment from society restrict your freedom to present yourself how you wish?
I don't feel judged by society at all. I don't really feel that. I don't have any concerns that people are judging me. And why do you think they would judge me? In what context? Because of my military background?
Well, it can be sort of related to anything, really. So, I mean, if they might judge you for how you dress, or what you look like, or the way you act, or that sort of thing.
I'm sure society judges anybody's behaviour if it's, if it's criminal or if it's in some way distasteful. But I personally don't feel as though I'm being judged by anybody. I'm sure people have their opinions of me in one form or another, but I don't walk down the street wondering, how people are perceiving me.
How do you think freedom has changed since World War II or in your lifetime?
Well, I don't know that freedom has changed a lot. I think as a nation, we've always enjoyed quite a high level of freedom. I'm sure it must have varied a bit over the years. For example, not long after the war, conscription was brought in, and some people might have seen that as an infringement on their freedom, but that was curtailed in the early 60s, I think it was. So since then, I don't think people have had their freedom taken away in any great measure.
How do things such as race, gender, disability, age, sexuality and wealth affect you or other people's freedom?
I don't think any of those things affect freedom much these days. I think people are a lot more tolerant of certain minority groups, and I don't think those minority groups are particularly curtailed in terms of freedom. In fact, I think it's probably gone the other way. I think, homosexuals, for example, enjoy more freedom to express themselves than they ever did.
Can you tell me about a place or places where you feel free?
I can't think of anywhere that I've ever been where I haven't felt free, and I can't think of anywhere. There are places where I certainly wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't want to go to Russia, for example, or I wouldn't want to go to North Korea. But really, with my life, most of the places I want to go, I'm quite happy with the level of freedom that I would have there. I can't think of anywhere in particular that, or anywhere in this country where I don't feel free. I suppose one does feel free when you're out in the open spaces. In my lifetime, I did quite a bit of mountaineering and skiing, and I always felt really free and alive in those situations.